Bro, if you are able to watch this video until the end and actually implement what I'm going to tell you, I can 100% guarantee to you that you will be successful. It's like my promise. I would literally bet my life on it. That's how much life-changing the information that I'm going to give you is. The problem is actually watching the video and actually doing the things because it's boring as fuck and it's something that you will probably not want to do. But if you do it, it will separate you from the 99% and you will be in the top 1% who actually does that, who does the boring part that makes them rich, and you will be rich. Because that's exactly what I did, and it took me like years to figure this out. But now when I'm doing it, life is way easier, way better, and it's not even that boring, to be honest. I know it works because I'm doing it, my clients are doing it, and it works for them. They're making tens of thousands of dollars. The only reason why it wouldn't work is if you just don't fucking do it. You know, that's up to you. It just depends on how bad you want it. If you want it bad enough, you will do anything to get it. And it's not about finding some secret, you know, some ultra new cool strategy or the best business model in the world, you know, in the fucking universe. It's literally just about finding these three things, doing them every single day, sticking to them for at least 90 days, and that's it. And then you can be making $10,000 per month. Literally, that's all it takes, bro. That's how I did it, that's how my clients did it. So if you're actually serious about changing your life, please watch this video until the end, because it will change your life completely, and it's something that you probably never heard before. But if you don't care about it enough, I don't give a fuck either, bro. You can go watch someone else. Very first point is that you need to learn time management, not in the way that you think, like, yeah, I'm gonna manage my time and have these tasks, you know, and be productive and do a cold plunge, you know, cold shower, blah 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 blah. That's so fucking gay, bro. I don't mean this. I mean proper, actual, real time management. Not a fucking schedule, bro, like in school, but actual time management. Because what happens is that most people think that they don't have time. But the thing is, bro, everybody has the same 24 hours in a day, right? And okay, I understand you have a 9 to 5, I understand you can go to school or whatever, so that's like minus 8 hours, probably minus 9 hours or 10 hours, because you have to go there, you have to wake up, do your morning routine, you know, drive home or whatever. So I don't know how long it takes to you, but when I was going to my 9 to 5, so it was like literally just like 8.5 hours, 9 hours. But I still had a school at the same time. I was literally studying at the same time. So basically I was like working for 12 hours a day, and then I was sleeping 8 hours a day. So you sleep for 8 hours. If your sleep is perfect, by the way, again, you still have the routine, you still have like the morning routine, you have to wake up, you probably don't sleep like strict 8 hours, you know, so you lose a lot of time in between tasks, you know. So you have sleep for 8 hours, work for 8 hours, that's 16 hours. Now you have 8 more hours to do something, right? The problem is that people have these 8 hours and they think that I don't have time. They think like, you know, I have maybe like 1 hour per day. I don't have time to start a business. No, bro, you have 8 fucking hours. That's a lot of time. I don't even work 8 hours right now. There is no fucking excuse, bro. You have the same 24 hours as a millionaire, as a billionaire, as everybody who made it. You have the same amount of time. This alone, like just this fact should piss you off enough. And you're like, yeah, maybe I'm a fucking retard, you know, if I'm not using the time properly. So maybe I should get rich. If they did it, why cannot I? Because yes, if I did it, why not you? Of course you can. But you are just using the time wrong, you know. You are spending 80% of your time on bullshit. When I was working in the supermarket, when I was doing school, I came home and I was like, yeah, okay, so I need to learn copywriting at first. That was the first bullshit business I did. But I was just practicing copy and I was like, yeah, I need some time for it. I did it maybe for 1 hour after I came home, and then I was playing God of War, I was playing video games, I was scrolling, I was going out with my friends, I was smoking weed every single day, bro, like a fucking retard, you know? But I still got at least 1 hour to actually like practice the copywriting. Then when I got the role of being a copywriter, I couldn't do anything because it was just like for 8 hours a day writing copy for some supplements or whatever. I didn't give a fuck about it, getting paid even almost less than in my 9 to 5. I also realized that I need to manage my time better, you know? And what I found out is that you lose the most time doing the sneaky things, you know, like the innocent things that you don't even notice. For example, in between tasks, you suddenly check your phone and you text with a friend. You think it's just a few messages, but if you scroll, you see that the chat is fucking this long, and you've been chatting with him for 15 minutes, and 15 minutes is a lot of time, to be honest. That's the biggest problem, because you are just doing things in between the tasks, basically preparing for the tasks, because obviously you're not a robot, so you can't really go from task to task, but you're still wasting a lot of time like this, like a huge amount of time. So the goal is to just cut out the bullshit, you know. Delete social media from your phone, like, just delete them. Like, you don't want to hear this, I didn't want to hear this either, but you have to delete them, at least for some period, at least for some time, because you don't want to risk wasting time. You don't even know, but suddenly you are hooked, and suddenly you're scrolling for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you know, and then after 2 hours, you'll be like, oh, you know, I'm actually scrolling for 2 hours, bro. Yeah, you cannot really do that, you know. You have to actually manage your time and be conscious of your time, be conscious of what you're doing every single day. What I would also recommend is, if you really want to be like to the extreme level, and if you really want to be like conscious of your time, I would highly recommend this. I would say every 1 hour, write down what did you do that hour, what did you actually do, you know. And you might be like, yeah, you know, I will write down just work, I just did work. You didn't, bro. Like, you will think that you will just did work, but then when you actually write down what did you do, you're like, well, actually I scrolled, and actually I texted with my friend, and actually I want to make 3 coffees because I'm a retard, and I actually want to do this, you know, and talk to somebody. whatever. You will just realize that you maybe did like 15 minutes of work, even though you thought you worked for 1 hour. So it's not about like schedules and Notion docs, and time management in this way. It's about just removing what is stealing your time. And if you want to take it to the extreme, which is what I did, you just move out, bro. Just move out. Live alone. Because when you're living with your parents, or when you're living with your friends, or with your fucking girlfriend, oh sorry bro, I shouldn't say this, but I'm saying, I said it in a previous video, you shouldn't really have a girlfriend. If you want to, you can watch the video. But if you're living with your girlfriend, basically you will never have time to actually do something, because you will talk to her, or with your parents you will talk to them, with your friends you will talk to them. When you move out with your friends, you think that, yeah, we will just look in and we will grind. It's never gonna happen, bro. It's never gonna happen. And also another thing you can do, make your room plain and simple, like no fucking cool shit, just nothing that can actually distract you, just your computer, a notebook, and that's it. Like that's literally it, bro. Just like as simple as possible, so you don't look at the things and you just don't start like playing with something. The 8 hours that you have between school or work and your sleep, these 8 hours are the 8 hours that will actually change your life. I promise you, these 8 hours is all you need to get rich if you stick to it for 90 days. But if you spend them scrolling and watching fucking Netflix, talking to people for no reason, then obviously you just don't want it bad enough, and that's your thing. Point number 2 is that you should do 2 to 4 hours of work, but like focused and deep work every single day. And the real point is every single day. You should stay consistent. If you don't do it every single day, you will never get rich. You need to do work every single day, and it's boring as fuck, and you will not want to do it 80% of the time, but you have to do it every single day. Set a 90-minute timer, for example. Have some headphones, play some nice like meditative music, or some deep focus music on YouTube, and then just work. Put your phone away to another room and just don't do literally anything fucking else than focusing on one task for 90 minutes. Then take a pause, 10 minutes, whatever, jump around, dance around, do whatever the fuck you want, and then you can just work again. And why I'm saying this is that scientifically, your brain takes about 15 to 20 minutes to get into the flow state, and flow state is exactly what you need. You've probably never been in a flow state for the past multiple months, bro, because it takes 15 to 20 minutes to get into a flow state. But if you interrupt yourself with doing literally anything else, whatever it is, then just did one task, then it resets. So then it's just another 15 to 20 minutes. You are broke because you are thinking you are working, but you actually get nothing done. You are doing things, you are sitting on your desk and working, but it's not real work, and you're not actually productive, and the work is most likely shit. You don't have to work fucking 12 hours a day. Nobody's doing it. Anybody who tells you that you should work 12 hours a day and that they are working 12 hours a day, they are not doing it. Nobody's working 12 hours a day, maybe for a week, but nobody actually sticks to working 12 hours a day, because it's just gonna burn you out. You're gonna hate your fucking life, and then the work is shit as well, and you're a human, you're not a robot. You cannot work non-stop, bro. If you do this for 7 days, let's say you start like at 0. If you do this for 7 days, you can have your entire business set up and ready to just start making money. And I'm telling you, if you do this for 90 days, you can be making $10,000 per month. I don't really believe it takes more than that. If you actually focus for 3 to 4 hours a day, do like high quality work, and do it every single day. So your brain in the flow state produces more in 2 hours than in 10 hours. This is even in the book Deep Work. You can read it, and your brain, if it's in flow state, it works literally 4 times faster, and it's 4 times more effective. Point number 3, something that kept me stuck for years and kept me broke for years, is that you need to focus on just one thing. Like just stick to one thing and just do it until it works. Anything can make you rich, right? So any business model works, but the one that works the best for you is the one that you stick to. Now, how do you stick to the business? Is probably you enjoy doing it, and if you have some emotional connection to it, so then you actually want to do it. And also, if you have some kind of prior experience or interest in the business, naturally you just have some interest, you have some talents, something you are good at. So that's probably the thing that you should be aiming to monetize or do, because you just do it naturally. So why would you change your natural state and who you are just to learn a whole new different random business model when you can make money from something that you have the advantage in doing, right? Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just saying that you need to stay consistent on just one thing. Whatever that you pick, make sure it's the right thing for you. Make sure you actually enjoy it and you don't hate your life when you're doing it. For example, I did copywriting and I hated my life, and I stick to it for like 6 months. But then I was like, yeah, I still hate my life. Then I tried dropshipping, same thing. Then I tried affiliate marketing, same thing. Reselling sneakers, same thing. I just hated these business models because I was just forcing them to make the money from them. I'm just saying that you need to stick to it, and the easiest way to stick to something is doing something that you actually enjoy and you have some emotional connection to it. You're naturally good at it, because then it's obviously easier to stick to it, right? The man who enjoys walking will walk further than the man who only enjoys the destination. So you can have your unfair advantage like this. Don't have the shiny object syndrome. Don't let someone tell you that the AI agency is the best business model. dropshipping is the best business model. Don't listen to them, because first of all, why they are saying it is because they sell a course on it, which proves that selling courses is probably more lucrative than the business model itself, even though you can make money with it. As I said, every business model works. But I'm just saying, don't have the shiny object syndrome and don't jump around. If you want to make money, stick to one thing and just keep doing it and stay consistent, and then it will work out. I stick to like coaching. I also switched niches in coaching as well. I was doing fitness coaching, self-improvement coaching, mindset coaching, all this kind of like bullshit coaching, which is actually like making me money. That's how I made my first $10,000 per month. And then I switched into like helping coaches make money as well, and making a program on how to make money from your content, blah, 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 blah. That's what I'm doing right now, because the transformation from broke to rich, or rich, it's like relatively rich, being financially free means way more to me than just like going from skinny to jacked, because that was not that hard, and the making the money was like way harder, way more emotional, so I enjoy doing it way more, and I stick to it. I stick to helping people make money. I love to see my clients go from like not making that much money to making at least $10,000 per month. I like seeing it, and I love their reaction. It actually makes me like fulfilled and like happy. So I genuinely want to do it, and that's why I stick to it, and that's why I made the most money like this. What a lot of people don't understand, what took me a lot of time to understand, I learned it pretty much like recently, just a few months ago, is that success is like exponential. The exponential, it starts at like 90+%. So like literally, if you put in 80% of effort, nothing still happens, bro. 80% of effort is just not enough. 80% of effort, nothing happens. Then you put 90% and it goes kind of like this. And then when you put 95 and 100, that's when it goes like this. So the difference between 0 to 80 is almost nothing, it's still the same. But the difference between 80 and 100 is everything. It's all the result. Most people quit at like 60% or whatever because they think it's not working, because they're like, yeah, I'm putting in so much effort, I did it for 3 months and it doesn't work. So they quit, or they quit because they do it for a long time but they don't enjoy it, so they don't actually put in enough effort, they don't put in enough energy, they don't really want to do it, they have to force themselves to doing it. So then they think it doesn't work, when in fact what actually didn't work is like it just wasn't the right business for them, because they didn't like it, so they couldn't stick to it, and they couldn't really be obsessed and actually do high quality work. So these are the two reasons. People either think that it just like doesn't take that much effort and it comes fast, or they think they are putting in effort but they're actually not, because it's not possible for them when they hate it. As I'm saying, I did a coaching, I made money with that, and then when I actually like switched the niches and I'm doing this, it just compounds like crazy, because all of my knowledge was in coaching for the past 2 years. I learned so much about it, and I was actually working on it and building my brand and just doing coaching and just having the experience in making content, making offers, learning sales, helping clients as well, everything. So now it compounds. This year I want to make $100,000 per month, and it looks very realistic that I will actually make it. So if you stick to something for long and you actually genuinely like it, and ideally you already kind of understand it, then it's a matter of like literally just a few months until it compounds and you can be making at least $10,000 per month from it. It doesn't really matter if you do coaching or if you do dropshipping, do whatever the fuck you enjoy. I don't give a shit about that. I'm just saying that if you have like an imperfect business but you put 100% of your effort, it will make you way more money than if you have a perfect business on paper but you don't put in enough effort because you hate doing it. And in my opinion, how you monetize or how you make money from something that you actually enjoy doing is with coaching, because you can literally monetize anything. That's why coaching actually works so well for this, because there's like literally nothing to do, like you just make an offer that's done forever once you do it, and then you just make content like I'm doing right now, and you call with clients and you chat with your clients, and these are the two things that you do. Just make content and talk to your clients, talk to people for a living, talk to a camera for a living. That's all you do. So it's like focusing on these things and making them good is very, very easy. That's why I do it. That's why my clients do it. And it doesn't really take that much time. It's literally just maybe 3 hours per day. Just make a script, make a video, record a video, post it, get clients, have a call, and that's it. Just give them some advice and hold them accountable, and they will actually get it, So if you want to see exactly like how this works, if you want to learn more about coaching, you can click the second link in the description. I made it like a free course, free guide on how you can do it as well. It explains everything, how I started doing it, how it actually works, all the frameworks that you need. So then you'll be able to actually start doing it and start working on it, So that's literally it for this video. Just manage your time well, work for 2 to 4 hours of like deep, focused, productive work every single day, and focus on one thing and just don't have any distractions. If you put this all together, plus you choose the correct business model that you enjoy and you will stick to it, there's no way that you will not make the money. It's impossible, bro. It's just a matter of when. And when is probably like 90 days from now if you actually lock in. The only problem is that you will just not do it because it's boring and because you don't want to. That's why I think that coaching will help you, because it's the accountability, right? and for example, I could hold you accountable, or another coach could hold you accountable, so then you actually are forced, I forced you to do the work, bro. So if you are the type of person who will actually do it, which you probably are, because you probably want to get rich since you are watching videos like this, either just do it and try it on your own, and probably you will fail, probably it will take you way more time than it's necessary, but at least do it, at least do it, bro. That's why I made this video, for you to actually take action and do it. Or if you want to speed it up and actually make it easier, have the accountability, you can click the first link in the description, book a call with me to apply to work with me one-on-one, and I will explain literal, exactly step-by-step how I can help you to go from zero, or whenever you are, to at least $10,000 per month by holding you accountable, giving you feedback, making you do the work, and giving you the exact step-by-step system. But it's only if you're actually serious. Or if you don't care about your time, then you can just try it on your own, or you don't even have to do it at all, bro. All the results of my clients are on my Instagram in the description. You might as well check out the free course, as I said. Thanks for watching, and see you on the call.